Dear friends, after a long time, I am coming to you with a English recording because as many had requested and from my country of India and those who speak in Hindi language to record all those lectures that I had given in Hindi also, and I was doing that. So for some time I had stopped recording on in English language. This time I mean, maybe a Hindi version of this recording would be there sometime because I had given an interview and in that I had spoken about this subject. And this is a subject which is of interest to almost everybody these days. That is, when will Corona go away? Will it go away? Because as you have seen, there were many predictions when it is going to go away after the Rahu's transits or XYZ happens, etc. etc. I am looking at it from a different point of view. I am looking at it from the point of view of Samvatsara. Samvatsaras are, we can call them Jovian years, year of Jupiter as they call it. Guru Char is what is written. And this is a 60-year cycle. You know what happens after every 60 years. Saturn and Jupiter come in the same position. Those who are 60 years of age will find that more or less Saturn and Jupiter will be in the same position as it was in their natal chart, in the same rashis. So this is in a way the secret of Samvatsaras, you may call it, and they talk about how a year will progress. Now we are looking at it from the point of view of India, whose ascendant, I mean the modern India, is Taurus. For United States, there is quite a difference of opinion, but some say it is Sagittarius, which to my mind might be correct. And when you apply the same principles, you will understand. And so, what is this? This last year's Samvatsar was called. So, I mean, if you go into the details, the year before that was Sharvari. Sharvari is also, it has many meanings, one of which is night. But we are not talking about, we are talking about this year and what is happening now. So, this Samvatsar, which is ongoing, has two names, Plavanama and the Rakshasnama, in different parts of India. So there should not be any confusion. Many a times in about Plavanama Samvatsar, it was said that there will be good grains and great rainfalls and everything good was given. But we have to understand the names of the Samvatsaras are very important. Plava also means floods or a downward slope. Those who are well versed in Vastu will understand that what is the meaning of Plava. But anyway, uh, so everything went down. See, even the population went down. There were floods everywhere. There was huge destruction. But specifically in this last year, that is up to April of we are 2022, so April 21, 2021. What was happening and what was described? So in Rakshas Nam Samvatsar, as I said, Plavanam is many a times devastation, great floods, sometimes tornadoes, and all those things can also happen. Besides, there might be some increase in wealth, but of whom? So, year before the current one, it was more the pharma companies and the hospitals who were running. People were losing, the governments were losing. So, what is said about this Rakshas Nam Samvatsar? Both the names are of the same Samvatsar. Please understand that. So there is no confusion. So I am talking about Rashtra. It is said Nashanti Sarvasasyani. Rogartischa Mahargata. Prajanasham Bhayam Ghore. Rakshase Gauri Pidanam. This is said in one of the Sahitas. He said, all crops are destroyed. There are many diseases, huge troubles. Everything becomes expensive. The citizenry is destroyed, that means they die. This is very terrifying situation. this is what is being told to Lady Parvati by Lord Shankar. That is what is generally the assumption when something great is to be told. So one of the Samhitas has described it like this. Another says, Rakshasa Kshaya Karo Analas Tatha Grishma Dhanya Lotra Rakshaso Vanyako Maraka Prado. Maraka Prado is destroys, kills. Another text is Varsha Prabodh, which says Swasva Karye Rata Sarve. All those who are busy, everybody is busy with himself. Madhya Sasyardha Vrishtaye. The inflation, you can call it, is medium, so it is not low, it is going up. And even the rains are of medium quantity. Even we can call it that Sasya Argha, that is, the grains will become costly, which probably happened. And then he goes on, so Rakshasabde Akhila Loka. In the year which is called as Rakshas, what happens? Rakshasa eva Nishkriyata. They become inactive as the Rakshasas were inactive. I mean, this is what is being said, which to my mind is perhaps indicative of the mask regime and the restrictions and whatnot, even closing down of cities and everything. So, why did it happen? We know during this time both Jupiter and Saturn were occupying Capricorn sign, isn't it? So, how does Capricorn come into picture for India? Because we are looking at India. Saturn was looking on the 6th house of India. 6th house is diseases. So, diseases increased. Mark that Jupiter is not aspecting it. Jupiter is aspecting the Lagna, the ascendant, and the 5th house. What you learn from experience. And during that time, there were, you are, I am sure, aware that even hospital beds were not available, people were dying, and all those things were happening, but India was learning from it. Now, this Jupiter aspecting the 5th house of acquired knowledge was making India understand exactly how one should react. So, it was a two-way thing, and that is why you will find, despite of 135 crores of population, almost 1/4 of the world, per million of population, the deaths were least. Most of the, for some time, of course, oxygen was a problem. Saturn, as you know, rules over prana, the breathing, the oxygen, and yeah, that was a problem. But it did not last long. Despite of all difficulties of transport and everything, relatively, India recovered very early. Jupiter being in the 9th house did another thing. That overall situation about finances did not go as down as it was thought to be. So what is happening now, right now? I mean, I am talking about January. Jupiter has already transited to the 10th house. We know that, isn't it? Around November. From November, what happened? It started aspecting the 2nd house of the family of the country, which is the general populace, and you will find that the death rate has gone down. It is almost under control now. And 4th house, the land of India, is also aspected by Jupiter. But Saturn has become free. Now, earlier Jupiter and Saturn were together. So, Saturn was doing something, Jupiter was trying to, adjust in some other area. Like some work was going on, and so earlier to that, because Jupiter was not there, he was in the 8th house, and that is the time when the first wave came, and it was pretty serious. So, now what is going to happen? Saturn will again move in the 10th house of India around April, when there would be some problem. There would be higher expenditure perhaps, because he would be aspecting the 12th house of India. He would be aspecting the 4th. He will also be aspecting the 7th house. So there would be much travel. but there will be much expenditure also. There is a possibility that there could be some problem with our borders and everything, because fourth house is being aspected, but he again comes back. And what happens is Jupiter moves ahead around that time. He goes to the 11th house of income and acquired knowledge. And that is why, if you ask me, it is also progeny of the nation, fifth house. That is why it protected most of the people, even when it was in Capricorn. It was aspecting the fifth house. And so, I think what is going to happen is the medicines will come up. See, one thing one must understand. The whole problem is people think that this will go away. No virus disappears, it mutates. I mean, common cold, what we call as influenza, you will mark that in India, influenza shots are not taken. Nobody dies of influenza. Whereas in the western part of the world, annual shots have to be taken, otherwise people even die because of influenza. So there is a difference. That is what is called as Desha, Kala and Patra. Before an astrologer talks of, I rarely talk about the Sanhita. This is all connected with the Sanhita part of Jyotisha. I know I am much better at, not great, but much better at the Hora, the predictive part of it about human lives than the nations. But here, I thought it was because I was asked to talk about it, and so I said, why not? I will talk about it because it was, you see, our sun had transited to Capricorn Rashi, and that was the day on which I was asked to talk about the new year and what will happen to the nation. So I reluctantly agreed, but then whatever I talked there may be slight variation because I talk extempore, but there it is. And so Jupiter will be in the 11th house, aspecting the 5th house of acquired knowledge. Much more would be known about how to treat the patients, isn't it? And when Saturn comes to the 10th house again, because it will go retro and come back again after some time, by that time Jupiter would have shifted. And so we have to keep track of all these things about what is happening. So what I think is, because then the young people of India will also be protected, the children of the country, we are all, even at my age, I'm just part of the larger family of the country, because we are all voters. So yeah, we are also part of because in family everybody has his right, and even the children. So Jupiter was always trying to protect them one way or other, either the children or the elder ones. When he was in Capricorn, you must have heard that children were the least affected. Now that has started, but Jupiter is going to again shift ahead around April or May, when the new Samvatsar would kick in. It is called the Shubhakruta Samvatsar. Shubhakruta means doing something good. What good will it do? Will it do good to everybody? That is impossible. Otherwise, astrology will not have any basis. This is about India we are talking. Please understand. So, what would happen is, I think some medicines will be developed. They would be perhaps proven properly. Now these are all emergency use, so there is a huge lot of confusion about what should be the treatment regime. Though Indian doctors have more or less understood it, and so least number of deaths are there. Almost negligible, barring people of my age who are anyway going to die one day or other. So nobody knows. Everybody puts everything on to Corona. But yes, Saturn is still in the 9th house, aspecting the 6th. So breathing problems, anything related to the chest of the country. Rather the what we call country at large, which is a large population, would be there. It is still there. It has not disappeared, but the requirement has gone down. So my assessment is, by April of 2022, when the Chaitra month, the Hindu month, which is called Chaitra, its first day of the its bright half, when the Samvatsar will change to Shubhakruta, there will be much relief, and even the businesses should grow, the income of the country should go. This is what I think will happen. And so I'll close it here. I don't want to confuse you more because there are so many things I can talk about. But please understand, try to understand what is Samvatsar. Samvatsar has to do with relative position of Saturn and Jupiter, which is identical every 60th year. And that is why there are only 60 years which are named in different way. They come from Prabhava to Vikari, as I was talking about some time back, to Sharvari, sometimes Shubhakruta, sometimes Ghora, sometimes, as I said, in some part of India it is called Rakshas and some part of India it is called Plava. So there would be a bit of difference and sometimes confusion. But overall the results would be same. People many a times fail to understand that floods are devastating. What is generally thought is that plover can also mean increase, but increase in rains, water, and other things. And I mean, those who have faced the tornadoes and everything in India also, on our Andhra coast, the eastern coast, when the typhoons etc. hit, it's a devastating affair. So please understand, places where it did not rain earlier or did not snow earlier, suddenly start getting more snow, and that I think happened all over the world. What happened to US might be a question. No, it's very simple. It was in its second house. At least Keller gives the ascendant of US as Sagittarius, and by that calculation, Saturn was aspecting the eighth house and the fourth house of United States. So the eighth house is related to whenever in trouble, it relates to deaths and ill health. And of course, because Saturn is there, the breathing problems will always be there. I mean, the lack of oxygen could be one of the reasons. Besides, perhaps even the high cost of treatment might have played a role in it because Jupiter is also aspecting. Many a times, many other things can happen, but I am not trying to analyze what happened to US because every country, no, nobody knows exactly when the country was declared as a country as such. I think the uh, Declaration of Independence was done in Philadelphia or something. The time is not exact, but Keller's, the chart details given by Keller appear to be more on the right side because Jupiter is there. I mean, the Lagna is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is half horse and half archer. And yeah, whenever US thinks that it is being dominated, it does not like it. It can go and fight, and that is the characteristics of Sagittarius Lagna. I know it. Don't worry. I am also a Sagittarius, so I mean, this is not joking. This is a way thing we have to understand about the nations. See, India having Taurus as its ascendant is the most stable democracy. If you go through the entire gamut of since when we became independent, and even prior to the invaders came, there were democracies in India. So, and it's a steady country. Whereas the same day, but on a different time, Pakistan was born, and everybody knows what happens there. So, I would not comment on it. So, you have to understand. This is all the plodding, the doing things gradually because ninth and tenth lord are Saturn, are indication of steadiness. Even at some time in our history, not very distant, very near distant, there was an attempt to make it into a autocratic state by declaration of emergency. Every politician was put in jail, but the moment elections were held, because they had to be, the common public threw away the dominating government. And Saturn is Bhrutya, those lower down, because all those, you know, leaders and everything were in jail. It is the common man of India who understood the value of democracy. But this is my view of it, so don't take it into consideration. As far as pure astrological considerations are there, I'll take your leave. I have wasted much of your time. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, still let me know. I think most of you know that I do respond to queries. That is my habit. Uh, I can't stop it. And it is quite possible that I might be wrong, but you just check the how the incidents happen. Check the samvatsaras, check the position of Saturn and Jupiter with respect to the ascendant of a country, and find out what happened. This would, I mean, your comments would be more welcome, because this is an area in which I generally do not go. I am just trying to apply the astrological principles to happenings around the world. And that's it. Good night.